Question 1. What is the typical distance that it takes a car traveling at 60 miles per hour to come to a stop? A. 73 meters, 240 feet. In comparison, the longest span of London Tower Bridge is 82 meters, 270 feet, long. This is why you should always be alert, even in good weather and dry conditions. Question 2. When do you need to stop at a stop sign? D. At all times. When you see a red stop sign, you need to come to a full stop before the stop line and exercise extra caution as you proceed. Question 3. Compared with the stopping distance in dry weather, the stopping distance in heavy rain will probably be B. Twice as long. When it is raining heavily and you are driving on wet road surfaces, expect that your average stopping distance will be double what it usually is in dry conditions. Question 4. If you plan to carry items on a roof rack, you should B. Ensure that they are securely fastened. You should ensure that all the items on the roof rack are securely fastened before you begin traveling. Question 5. What is the purpose of a circular sign with a blue background? C. To provide positive instruction. Circular blue signs are not for warnings but for instructions in built-up areas. Examples may include mini roundabouts. Question 6. When should you check your vehicle's tire pressures? C. When the tires are cold. A long journey, or an extended period of acceleration will cause tires to become hot. Checking tire pressures then will give you inaccurate readings. You should check tire pressures when the tires are cold, that is, when the vehicle has not been driven in a while. Question 7. Whilst you are traveling on a motorway, the vehicle in front of you has its hazard lights switched on. What does this mean? D. Traffic is slowing down or coming to a stop. While traveling, a motorist will switch on the hazard lights to warn other drivers of hazards that they may not already know about. Do not try to overtake. To gain a better understanding of what's going on, maintain a generous time gap between your vehicle and the vehicle with its hazard lights on. Question 8. Which road crossing has been designed for both cyclists and pedestrians? C. Toucan. Toucan crossings have been designed to give both pedestrians and cyclists right of way. At a toucan crossing, stay alert and anticipate moving cyclists at short notice. Question 9. You're driving on a motorway, and the traffic is particularly busy. The vehicle directly behind your car is closer than the recommended time gap. What is the best way to reduce the chance of an accident? A. Increase the gap between your vehicle and the vehicle that's in front of you. By leaving a larger gap in front of you, you reduce the chance of a collision with the vehicle ahead of you and make it easier for the driver behind you to overtake you. Question 10. What is a psalm? C. A declaration that your car is off the road. A statutory off-road notification, SORN, is valid for 1 year or until you sell your vehicle, whichever comes first. It declares to the dvla that your car is off the road. After this period ends, you will need to apply again or face a fine. Question 11. While nearing a mini roundabout, you are keeping your eye on the lorry ahead. Although the driver is indicating to the left, the lorry is positioned on the right-hand side of the lane. What should you do? B. Keep your distance. To turn safely, a lorry or other large vehicle may need to move in one direction before turning in the other direction. You should keep a generous distance behind the large vehicle and allow it to complete its maneuver. Do not attempt to overtake it. Question 12. What should you do as soon as you have joined a 3-lane motorway? C. Stay in the left-hand lane until you are traveling faster. Immediately after joining a motorway, you may not be driving as fast as other road users. Stay in the left-hand lane except when overtaking. Question 13. What does third-party insurance cover? C. Damage you cause to other vehicles. Third-party insurance is the legal minimum required in the UK. It covers the costs of damages and injuries to other motorists that you caused in an accident. Question 14. At the scene of an accident, any injured persons need to be looked after. If it is safe to do so, you should. B. Keep them where they are. Once you are completely sure that the area is safe, with no dangers from traffic or fire, you should keep injured people where they are until the emergency services arrive. Moving an injured person can worsen some types of injuries. Question 15. You are in the process of changing the engine oil in your car. How should you dispose of the old oil? C. Deliver it to a local authority's designated site. It is important to dispose of old engine oil legally. It protects wildlife and the environment. Authorized sites to get rid of unwanted engine oil are provided by local councils. Question 16. Your journey is essential, but the weather is foggy and visibility is exceptionally poor. How should you handle this situation? D. Expect that it will take longer for you to reach your destination. Vehicles will probably have to drive more slowly in the fog. You should allow extra time for your journey and inform anyone waiting for you that you may be late. Question 17. The pavement on the left-hand side of the road is closed for maintenance. You need to V. Watch out for pedestrians walking on the road. In this situation, you need to watch out for pedestrians who may be walking on the road. Slow down and increase the distance between your car and the pavement if you can. Question 18. A cover note provided by insurers is. A. A temporary insurance certificate. A cover note provides temporary cover while the insurer processes your application for insurance. This note usually lasts for no longer than 30 days. Question 19. Which of the following will increase your stopping distance the most? C. Rain. Rain, ice, or snow will cause road surfaces to become wet or slippery, which will increase stopping distances. Compared with dry weather, it can take twice the distance to stop in rain. Question 20. Why should your seat's head restraint be appropriately adjusted before you start your journey? B. To prevent damaging injuries to your neck and back in the event of an accident. You should always check your head restraint and adjust it to your height before you start a journey. It is there to protect and cushion your neck, head, and back, and it can prevent whiplash if your car is hit from behind. Question 21. You are planning to turn right at a junction, but parked cars are obscuring your view. How should you handle this situation? C. Stop, but edge forward carefully to get a wider view of any hazards ahead. Since you are having difficulty seeing hazards from your position, you should slowly edge forward to get a better view before you turn. Question 22. If another driver flashes his or her lights at you, it means that. A. The driver is warning you of where he or she is. A driver flashes lights to warn of a hazard or to alert you of where his or her vehicle is. It is a silent alternative to sounding a horn. Question 23. You have been on a course of medication for several days, and one of the side effects is drowsiness. You should drive only if D. You have checked with your GP first. You should ask your GP or pharmacist whether it is safe for you to drive. Question 24. Where would you see slanted red and yellow stripes? V. Motor vehicles with over 7,500 kilograms of maximum gross weight. Slanted red and yellow stripes are large goods vehicle rear markings that can be seen on motor vehicles over 7,500 kilograms maximum gross weight and trailers over 3,500 kilograms maximum gross weight. The vertical markings are also required to be fitted to builders' skips placed in the road, commercial vehicles or combinations longer than 13 meters, optional on combinations between 11 and 13 meters. Question 25. It is more difficult to overtake lorries and other large vehicles than cars because D. It takes longer to pass them. You should allow extra time to overtake a lorry. And since these large vehicles are longer than cars, you could be exposed to oncoming traffic for a longer time. Overtake only if it is necessary, and consider all hazards before you proceed. Question 26. A circular red sign provides height in meters and feet. This is intended for vehicles that are D. Tall. The purpose of these road signs is to alert drivers of tall vehicles, such as double-decker buses and lorries, that there is a maximum height restriction on the road ahead. This may be due to an upcoming tunnel or underpass. Question 27. When red and amber are showing on a traffic light, it means that A. You need to wait for the light to change to green before you continue. Red and amber means stop. Do not pass through or start until the green light shows. Question 28. Which of the following factors will not affect the distance it takes for you to stop? D. The time of day. Stopping distance cannot be affected by whether it is light or dark. However, the quality of your tires, the speed at which you are currently traveling, and the conditions on the roads may all affect the distance it takes for your car to come to a complete stop. Question 29. You are behind a lorry in traffic. Why should you stay a considerable distance behind this large vehicle? C. The lorry driver will be able to see you in the lorry's mirrors. As a rule of thumb, if you cannot see the lorry's external mirrors, the lorry driver probably cannot see you. Question 30. Prior to traveling through a tunnel, you need to C. Take off your sunglasses. The tunnel is likely to be relatively dim, and wearing sunglasses or tinted eyeglasses will impair your vision further. Question 31. The speed limit on narrow residential streets may be A. 20 miles per hour. To ensure the safety of all road users, including pedestrians, some built-up areas may have a speed limit of 20 miles per hour instead of 30 miles per hour. This will be clearly signposted. Question 32. If you have been convicted of driving while unfit through drink, i.e., under the influence of alcohol, what will begin to cost more? A. Your car insurance. Car insurance may rise considerably if you have been convicted of drink driving. This is because insurance providers may consider you a greater risk. Question 33. You are waiting for a passenger to join you in your car, but you are 5 minutes early. What should you do until the passenger arrives? A. Turn off the engine. By turning off your engine until the passenger arrives, you can do your bit to help the environment. If all motorists did this, it would make a considerable difference. Question 34. As you start to turn left on an icy road, the rear of your car begins to slide towards the right. What should you do? C. Gently turn the steering wheel to the right. In this situation, you should not brake hard. Instead, gently turn the steering wheel in the direction that the rear of the car has skidded. However, this should be done carefully, otherwise, the rear of your car could start skidding towards the left. Question 35. What additional measures were taken to improve safety in residential areas? C. Introduction of 20 miles per hour zones. Traffic calming measures are used in particularly sensitive areas where it's considered that a reduction in speed would benefit the immediate community. Some traffic calmed areas are indicated by a 20 miles per hour speed limit sign. Question 36. Besides pedestrians, which of the following road users can use a toucan crossing? A. Cyclists. Toucan crossings have been designed to accommodate both cyclists and pedestrians. Remember that such crossings do not have a flashing amber phase. Question 37. When you brake, your car seems to pull to one side. What should you do? C. Visit your local mechanic as soon as possible. If your car pulls to one side when you brake, your brakes may need maintenance. You should take your vehicle to a qualified mechanic as soon as possible. Question 38. If a motorcyclist is unconscious from an accident, the top priority is the person's. D. Breathing. While the emergency services are on their way, you need to ensure that the motorcyclist's airway is clear. Breathing should always be the first priority with anyone unconscious. Question 39. The bright lights of the vehicle behind you are dazzling you. What should you do? A. Set your mirror to its anti-dazzle position. Most rear-view mirrors can be set to an anti-dazzle position, which will keep your vision from being compromised. Question 40. You see a bus lane towards the left-hand side of the road. No signs indicate when it is in use. What does this mean? C. The bus lane is in use all the time? When there are no signs indicating when the bus lane is in use, it likely means that it is in operation both day and night. Question 41. When you are driving on icy roads, which of the following measures will reduce the chance of your drive wheels spinning uncontrollably? D. Traveling slowly and carefully, in the highest gear. If driving on untreated road surfaces or in icy conditions, you should drive slowly and carefully in the highest gear. Driving slowly in a high gear reduces the motive force, torque, that the engine sends to the drive wheels. This will make it less likely that the wheels will spin on slippery surfaces. Question 42. You must not sound your horn. D. In built-up areas between 11:30 p.m. and 7 a.m. It is against the law to beep your horn in built-up areas between 11:30 p.m. and 7 a.m. unless another road user is posing a danger. Question 43. A toddler has been in a car accident and is not breathing. You need to give CPR and breathe into the child's mouth. B. Gently. First, make sure that the child's airway is clear. Perform mouth-to-mouth resuscitation gently and chest compressions with one hand. Question 44. You are overtaking a stationary bus. Why should you proceed with caution? C. Pedestrians may attempt to cross in front of the bus. If you intend to overtake a stopped bus, proceed slowly and watch out for pedestrians. They may have just disembarked but may still be obscured by the bus. Question 45. You are approaching a zebra crossing. A wheelchair user is waiting to cross the road. What should you do? C. Be prepared to slow down and give the person the right of way. Treat a pedestrian in a wheelchair just like any other. This means you should be prepared to slow and stop as you approach the zebra crossing. Don't wave the pedestrian across, other traffic may not stop. Question 46. When you reverse into a side road, when are passing motorists and pedestrians most at risk? A. During the maneuver. Before you reverse into a side road, you must check for oncoming traffic in all directions. You should also continue to check for hazards during the maneuver. In some cases, you may need to wait to complete the maneuver. Question 47. You are behind a cyclist, who is indicating a right turn at the upcoming junction. What should you do? B. Slow down and allow the cyclist to complete the turn. You should be patient and keep well back from the cyclist to allow the person to make the turn safely. If you attempt to overtake the cyclist, you might cause an accident. Question 48. Who has right of way when traffic lights are faulty? A. No one. If you encounter traffic lights that are out of order, you should assume that no one has right of way. Proceed through with extreme caution. Question 49. On road surfaces that are icy or covered with fresh snow, stopping distances may be D. 10 times what they usually are. In icy or snowy conditions, the distance it will take you to brake to a stop is about 10 times longer than the distance in drier conditions. In icy weather, drive with extreme caution and only make journeys that are absolutely essential. Question 50. When are you allowed to reverse from a quiet side road into the main road? B. Never. You should not reverse into a main road. If you need to change direction, you should find a quieter side road where you can perform the maneuver safely.